Today I'm reviewing a $20 Simmons drum trigger. That's coming up. What's up guys, Justin Greenwald here, welcome to 65 Drums. This is the place to keep on top of all things e-drum related, so consider subscribing if you haven't yet. Today I'm reviewing this $20 Simmons drum trigger. I picked this up at Guitar Center like, I don't know, a month or two ago. I went to Guitar Center in Sam Ash hoping against hope that I could find an Alesis Nitro or an Alesis Forge to play. There wasn't any of those drum sets, but I did decide to buy this Simmons trigger. But you've already seen a little bit of its performance. If you've seen an older video I did, it was about converting a djembe into an electronic djembe. I used two piezos in that video. I used this Simmons piezo right here, and I also used this newer piezo. The housing on this actually popped off. There's like this red and black housing on the front of this. It wasn't even like I was trying to compare them. It was just, I was using both of them and I noticed something. This piezo is a lot more sensitive than this one. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because the housing on this thing is so thin. This plastic is, man, there's not much plastic here. Very, very thin. But this one isn't quite as sensitive as this. So what all do you get when you buy this drum trigger? It's made of two elements. So the first element is a piece of metal. If I can unscrew this thing quick. This piece of metal right here, and the piezo, and of course the 1/4 inch out. The piezo actually has this like foam sticky stuff on the bottom of it, so it actually sticks onto your mesh drum head or your Mylar acoustic drum head. So that's nice. It's a better high quality sticky strip than what you got on something like a newer drum trigger. Obviously, this is what happens when you spend 20 bucks instead of $3 for something off of eBay. The great thing about this trigger is that it's really easy to mount this on your acoustic drum, or even like if you have an electronic drum pad that just is malfunctioning, doesn't work anymore, but you still wanna get it up and running somehow, some way for hardly any money, you could buy one of these things. So it's really, really simple. You got the piezo, you got the 1/4 inch out, and you got this little metal bracket thing. What you do is you put the piezo on the drum like that. You take this little metal bracket and you put it over top of the piezo, and then you just tighten it down and tune your drums as you normally would for your mesh or Mylar acoustic drum head. And what that does is it puts pressure on top of the piezo, make sure it doesn't move. Also on the bottom of this metal bracket is a little piece of foam. It's a nice touch. And it's got the Simmons logo on it as well. The thing I like about this is its simplicity. It's small, you barely notice it. No one's even brought it up. I've actually already used this in a video or two. No one has commented on the fact that this Simmons piezo has been used in a video or two I've done. So obviously, it's really not very noticeable. The metal bracket is just really clean and simple. Takes up less room than something like a D-Drum Red Shot trigger. And I like that. I like the simplicity of it. The problem though, is it is a $20 trigger. You're not gonna get anything incredible out of this. I've only tested this on a 16-inch acoustic floor tom using a 3-ply ZED XXX mesh drum head. So keep all of that in mind. All this is based off me using it on one particular drum. The problem with a side-mounted trigger like this is it's not always as sensitive as a center-mounted trigger that's underneath the mesh drum head. You're not getting the full dynamic range. And every once in a while, it won't trigger a hit. It's not complete as if you'd been using a regular roll-and drum pad. And you can't really expect it to, honestly. 20 bucks, side-mounted trigger on top of the drum head, you're getting what you pay for. Now, this is a durable product. There's not much here that's gonna break. I mean, I can't even imagine. The only thing I could think of to mess this whole system up is if you took a pair of scissors and accidentally cut this. I use it on the trigger setting for the kick drum, actually. Because the kick drum is just a single piezo element, so I thought, you know what? You'd probably get a pretty decent performance out of that. And this does pick up a lot. It does pick up a lot, but you don't get the full dynamic range. The size of this could be part of the problem. If I hit so far away, it takes a while for the force to hit the piezo unit. Maybe something like a 10-inch mesh tom, and if I messed around with the trigger settings enough, maybe it could trigger perfectly and get a better dynamic range. But again, this is all conjecture. You're getting a $20 piezo right here. If you're on a really ultra tight budget, this could be an option for you. Just remember, you're not gonna get something anywhere near as good as buying an actual drum pad. You're also not gonna get a rim trigger, but I do recommend you save up more money and get a trigger that goes underneath your mesh drum head if you're trying to convert your acoustic drums into an electronic drum set. I hope you found this video useful. I didn't want to make this incredibly long. It's a very, very simple product. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'm making at least 3 videos a week right now, so subscribe. Press that bell icon if you haven't already. Hope you guys have an awesome day. See you in a few.